I love Land Raiders. Maybe I'll finish one someday. As of today, the Land Raider has been a Space Marine staple for 25 years. Happy birthday! Diving into Games Workshop article about the Land Raider, I'm surprised what they do and don't have to say about this treaded terror. Let's dive into it. Here we go. In all its beauty, the article dives into its debut article in White Dwarf in 2000. However, it also talks about the original stunted boxy Land Raider that appeared in the Rogue Trader rulebook back in 1987, built from scratch by Dave Andrews. Well, that's pretty cool. Back in those days, you were encouraged to use household objects to help build yourself some Warhammer terrain and even vehicles. Famously, the Land Speeder originated from a bar of deodorant. Literal grimdank. After its redesign from the Rogue Trader era, the Land Raider was the largest plastic kit Games Workshop made at that time in the year 2000. Here's something new I didn't know. Every 13th track has an Imperial Aguila on it, 12 for the High Lords of Terra, and a 13th to stamp the Emperor's Dominion onto the ground below. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Very grimdark. Or grimdank. Your preference. There's only 3 kinds of Land Raider allowed on Tabletop Warhammer right now. That's your bog standard Land Raider. That's your Land Raider Crusader with all the big guns, very fire heavy. Your Land Raider Redeemer, a favorite of the Salamanders and Blood Angels, fire for days. However, that's not all the Land Raiders there have been historically for sale. For example, you see this cool dude right here? This is the Land Raider Excelsior. As far as I know, you can only buy it from Games Workshop itself at the Nottingham campus. However, the article states that there's a handful of other stores that sell it. I don't know which other ones do or don't. Only place I know you can reliably get it is Nottingham itself. Warhammer World exclusive. Forge World did release some variants with their own resin bits. This was part of the Forge World series, the Imperial Armor series, where they produced exclusive Land Raider bits for the Red Scorpions, the Minotaurs, and the Astral Claws. As funny as it sounds, and in true Lamenter fashion, despite being a series based around the Badab War, no pieces were produced for the Lamenters. And that's why Lamenters can't have nice things. Oh, maybe the Minotaurs stole all their Land Raider bits. But yeah, it's a special Land Raider variant called the Achilles. It's got Meltas on it. This one was called the Helios. It has these whirlwind missiles on it. I never played either of those 2 variants, but they look really cool. This is the Land Raider Prometheus. It looks like a poor man's Land Raider Crusader because it still has bolters, but only 2 batches of 2 instead of 2 batches of 6. I can't imagine why anyone would have ever wanted to go for the Prometheus. At least with the Achilles, you can see it has heavier armor up on the front, as well as some Meltas. And the Helios has those big old missiles. I don't see why anyone... Let me know down below what the appeal of the Land Raider Prometheus would have been, but coming out from an outsider's perspective, I don't see it. The new Land Raider Proteus from the Horus Heresy series looks a lot like the original Land Raider from Rogue Trader era, so I think that's a nice callback. So my hope is, fingers crossed, with this loving article based on the history of the Land Raider, and this new article about the new and improved drop pod, well, new, but not necessarily improved, drop pods are a clear indicator that these historic Warhammer vehicles are here to stay. I love my Land Raiders, even if they aren't finished. Drop pods, I recognize, are important. Even if they're not meta relevant, I've wanted one for years. I just couldn't justify it either due to the price or how hard they are to use in the game due to points. However, if they're stripping them of their weapons, maybe that means that they'll cost less, maybe more akin to the points price of a Rhino or an Impulsor. And hopefully, they might be a little cheaper to buy too. But what do you think? Are you excited for these new drop pods? Are you excited to see Games Workshop give love to the Land Raider? I'll readily admit I like the Land Raider puff piece more than the new drop pods. That one's very price dependent for me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a share. Let me know what you think of today's Warhammer developments, and I hope to catch you guys next time. Adios, broski. Bye.